So, welcome back. Today we are going to dissect everything we know about episode 8 of tadc. This could go on for literal hours, okay? This could go on for literal hours. If that's the case, then I'll probably need to put this into parts. So, but today's topic is, of course, Glitch Productions, AilMal, and a bunch of other theory content creators we will get into. First, we are starting with this. We are starting with fucking this. Now, keep in mind, this could be anything. But I think I want to go with the theory that Dream pointed out. More specifically, the second or third one. I think it was the second one. But thank you for Dream. A two pair of twin sisters for giving me the context, but I think it was on the lines of bowing down to say goodbye to his ringmaster position. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Dream, but yes, this actually does represent that. Don't get me wrong, this could be completely wrong, but when he realizes if he's failing at his fucking job, the only job he has ever known because of his programming, I can guarantee you he is going to quit. He's going to quit the circus, he's going to quit the adventures altogether. And this could represent his last moments saying goodbye to his job. But this could also represent like a beacon of light. I'm going with my theory, like a beacon of light. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. A beacon of light is, someone or something that is a beacon of light. Like, for example, Kinger in episode 3. And also me bringing up Kinger is also super important. I'll tell you later. But the reason I bring up Kinger is because he is basically the beacon of light of the whole entire fucking circus. For example, Pomni and King are going through the Haunted Mansion, more specifically the soul-claiming section. Pomni and King both hold, their breath, and they get through together. And Kinger glowing represents Kinger being the beacon of light. And we see this time and time again. If you need examples, because for some reason you're stupid, then I'll bring you some examples. When Ragatha is in the loser room and she feels like she's failing Pomni, just like she failed Jax, Kinger comforts her. Of course. Now, the only 3 people, or rather 4, we haven't seen Kinger comfort yet is Zubul, Gangle, Kane, and Jax. Well, it's a stretch to say he will comfort, all 4 of them in the same episode. I think we could piece a little bit things together. We could piece some things together. I think Kinger is most definitely going to comfort Jax because 1, I need my soul healed, and 2, he's definitely going through a rough time right now. I could totally see Kinger, comforting Zubul for only like a brief moment. Like, Gangle keeps on pushing Zubul away because she's that upset about the exit thing and how Kane trapped in there forever. And Zubul goes to Kinger for help. And then that moment gets interrupted by Gangle herself. And she finally lets all her emotions, frustration, anger, sadness, fear come out. Like a dam bursting. Kinger and Zubul are there for comfort her. And of course, there is Kane. And I think this would be like the very last moment of the episode, like the last 2 minutes. The last probably 10 minutes or 4 minutes of the episode, or where Kinger gives, Kane some hope again. and he, goes back to his job, or maybe that hope just isn't enough. Let me tell you guys something. Your dreams will not come true. Sometimes you'll be bad at something, and that's more than okay. It just means you're meant for somewhere else. You're meant for somewhere else. It's like Sean said at a fandom con. As your mind grows and develops, your interests will change. And it just means it's not meant for you, and that's more than okay. And then if you need to go look somewhere else, go look somewhere else. And I think that's what's going to happen to Kane. Where he realizes this just isn't for him after all, and he needs to go look somewhere else, find his place. And that's where the episode would end. I think people really need to hear that, maybe outside of cons. People really need to hear that. Especially in this world where people are trying to find out their place in this world. I think we could really benefit that in the show. But that's just me. I really hope this happens, but this is just me. So, Kinger could be this, beacon of light. In a world where it's almost all dark, Kinger is this light. Kinger is going to be this light that Kane, Zubul, Gangle, and Jax so desperately need. Now, here's the real part I want to talk about. This. It's showtime. Okay, we're gonna split up the tiny parts. It's glitched. Notice how this is a clear reference to Digital Circus is inspiring by I Have No Mouth, but I Must Scream. The show that Digital Circus is inspired by. And of course, I could be completely wrong because I never read the book. The only reason I knew it was inspired by it, it's because, YouTube exists and I can get information off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok exist, and I can get information off that. So, I think it's safe to say that Kane is definitely going to go to Berserk. I think he's definitely, before that talk happens between Kinger and Kane, Kane's going to go Berserk. And like I said in a post, if you tuned into my channel lately, then you would kind of know, literally 13 minutes ago, then you should know what I said, but if not, then I'll most likely, say it right here. I'll repeat it right here. But if you didn't, then I'll say it right here. Give me a minute. Guys, the circus gang is undeniably fucked, which, to be honest, they kind of are. I will not deny that, yeah, in some way they will be fucked. Because remember, Kane is the god of this world. Is the god in the Digital Circus world, and he has every power to make their lives a living fucking hell than they are right now. And like I said myself, it's not even funny anymore, because let's be honest, it really isn't. The Digital Circus members' lives are at risk now. This might sound harsh, but it's the truth. It's something that all of you need to hear. Next episode, as we all know, isn't going to be pretty. It's going to be the furthest from normal and pretty. It's going to deal with a lot of heavy topics, and Kane's out for blood. So, that alone just adds another layer of darkness to this episode. And yeah, we can prepare for a wild awakening. We all, including the circus members, are going to prepare for a wild awakening. A wild awakening. Yes, that is my... whatever. And like I said... Hey, Ramon, where the hell is he? Let's see. The end, yeah, I don't care. The end, okay, let's have this.
Did you know this in the Amazing Digital Circus? Today, Glitch revealed their first teaser for episode 8 of the Digital Circus. Let's talk about it. So, the image was posted without text, but we see Kane standing at the stage area in the middle of the circus. It's dark and there's a light shining on him. Since his jaw is closed, it's meant to portray that he's got his eyes closed. So, I think from this, Kane could be suffering from the consequences of what happens in 7. The circus members have lost their trust in him and hate his adventures. It's definitely the scariest sneak peek we've seen for the show so far. It's very ominous. The Wacky Watch website also received an update. It currently just shows TV static, so I think it'll be changed as soon as there's more teasers to show. So, what do you think? Are you excited for episode 8? Let me know down below. Did you know?
Okay, I'm gonna see if this was updated, considering we got literally like 20 minutes ago. So, let's see if the Wacky Watch was updated. Wacky Watch. WackyWatch.com. There we go. Wacky Watch. There we go. Refresh it over and over time again. Refresh. People say every time I refreshed it, it turns into like green, blue, or red. Which, I don't see anything right fucking now, so this is going to take a while. I might check on it later, but as of right now, I totally don't see anything, so. No updates. Wait, fuck, shit. There we go. Alright, let's do it again. You guys saw that, right? I wasn't losing my mind, right? You guys saw that, right? I wasn't losing my mind. I wasn't freaking losing my mind. You guys saw that, right? I wasn't losing my mind. I totally wasn't losing my mind, right? I totally wasn't losing my freaking mind, right? This could take a while, but now that I know, I need to know I wasn't losing my marbles. Thanks to my 1, lack of sleep, and 2, my nervousness. There we go. There it is. Yep. I wasn't losing my mind. Red and blue. I think this could represent good or bad, or maybe internal conflict. Like, I forgot their name, but like a color theory or something. That could represent good or bad. So, I forgot their name, but if you're the one who made that theory, then, congrats. I totally believe you on that, but I really do believe you, but yeah, this could totally represent good or bad. Good and evil. A friendly face and an evil face. Some things that Kane actually are. A friendly face, but with a deadly goals. An evil face, but yet a friendly face. And definitely good and evil in multiple ways. This could definitely represent Kane choosing a side. This could represent Kane actually choosing a side. This could be the ultimate episode where, well, Kane actually chooses a side. Will he help the cast escape the circus? Or will he turn to the dark side and become their most strongest foe yet? At this point, it's up to you guys. I have no guess, and it's definitely anyone's guess. This could represent literally anything, but I think that theory I just said is definitely the most likely to me. But the blue and red can definitely represent a lot of things. I think it's safe to say that we're in for a wild awakening at like 3 p.m. Or where your time zone is. For me, episodes come out at like 3 p.m. So, hey! So we are out for a wild awakening. I am definitely up for a big episode after school. Because oh, Showtime, baby. I think, yeah, when it says only Showtime, it doesn't mean like, oh, it's Showtime, or like a motivational, quote. No. That means it's Showtime, you're gonna get your asses beat. I think we know what Showtime means in this case. The context of Showtime. I don't even need to say it. I think you guys already know. I think you guys already know what Showtime means in the context of this case. Now, as of right now, I don't know if my Instagram has been updated. If the Instagram has been updated. Yeah, to do with that. Glitch Productions. New. Let's see this. Okay, no, that's the same thing. That is absolutely the same thing. What about my TikTok? What about my TikTok? There we go. What about my TikTok? What about my TikTok in any case? Glitch Productions. What about my TikTok? Again, same thing. So yeah, I'm not going to go on Tumblr, but if you guys want to complete the thing we do on Tumblr, then that would be more than enough. But I believe an episode 8 theory, or around for an episode 8 was you. It was Gooseworks' line, not mine. So, this could literally mean anything. You. This could mean a confrontation, a recognition, a death threat. Who knows? This could be a recognition, a vengeance word, or a death threat. But no, it's definitely recognition. And if it is, well, it's definitely not a good face. Whoever is saying this, and if it is recognition, then someone joined the circus, can grade someone that this person, or rather human, or rather circus member, did not like to see right now. But judging by the context, I think Zubu would be the one to say this. Okay, maybe this is just me being biased. But this is totally something Zubu would say. This is something that Zubu would absolutely say. And I think this will be, but maybe it's not. Maybe this is just Zubu threatening Jax. As we all know, Jax quite impulsively pressed the red button. I think we all know that by now. Quite impulsively pressed the red button. But I think it's also important to know that he did not mean to. He was quite literally impulsive. He was unconsciously doing it. But again, Zubul doesn't know that. Zubul doesn't know that. They don't get the full picture of why Zubul did it. So, there's going to be a massive fight between them, I bet. A massive, massive fight. A massive fight. There's going to be conflict between them, like, even more than before. And God, I would be lying if I didn't say I was ready, I was excited and scared at the same time. Now, I think it's important to note here that this speculation could be all wrong. Like, I could literally be wrong about all of this. I was definitely wrong about... Yes, we will be getting Ribbit lore. I genuinely do believe we hope we get Ribbit lore. But I am still holding on to the fact where, they will, that, if we're going to get Ribbit lore, then yes, it would totally be this episode. It will most definitely be this episode. It's rather, they do it this episode, or just not at all. Which I bet many people would be pissed if they didn't. We definitely would not. fans would definitely go fucking haywire if they didn't find out what happened to Ribbit and Jax. They would be throwing a fucking rebellion. They would be throwing a fucking rebellion. It's not a rebellion, so yeah, that's all I have for right now. As of right now, if you guys want to continue this, but by going on what's on Tumblr right now, then yeah, you are more than welcome to. But as of right now, that's all the information I can gather. So I hope you have a really good day, and have a really good day, night, or whatever you are in the world. Peace. Subscribe, like, comment, and see you next time.